I'm back, I'm a rap when my life getting tough. I'm a master the craft and I never give it up. I put in time, I earned a shine, I worked it out, I made it mine and fell in line. And I came a long way, not the wrong way. Know that one day I'll be big as Kanye.
And what is up everyone, and I'm back again with another top 10 Super Smash Bros. Characters that I think should join in. And the same rules apply. 10 newcomers, 5 honorable mentions. And if you guys haven't seen my previous Super Smash Bros. Top 10 video, be sure to check out those characters first before you check out this one. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Rayman has been a well-requested character to join Super Smash Bros. As of late, considering he was a trophy in Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U. In all honesty, I never played a Rayman game myself, but after seeing some gameplay and some vids, he's definitely a diverse, all-around character with his limbless body and the power-ups he gains throughout the franchise. Whether it be his Magic Fist, Telescopic Fist, his Helicopter Hair abilities, or if you wanted to, add the abilities from Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc. Also, one unique aspect about Rayman is that he's developed from a French developer, and the cool thing is, we don't even have a third-party character that's developed from the European region. Also, with Rayman Legends being ported to the Nintendo Switch, and amongst other games, it seems that Nintendo and Ubisoft are in good terms. And I know you're gonna comment about this, but why not the rabbits over Rayman? Well, Rayman has been considered the face of Rayman, of course, isn't its name. So, I feel like the rabbits should definitely be incorporated within Rayman, whether it be like a Final Smash or an assist trophy. Overall, I definitely consider Rayman as a choice for Super Smash Bros. He is definitely a popular and recognizable character, and he definitely would join the likes of Mario, Sonic, Pac-Man, Mega Man, and even possibly Crash Bandicoot if he wanted to. But I totally see it happening. So, a thumbs up to Rayman. Here we have is the famous female of the Donkey Kong family, Dixie Kong. With her popularity within Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze that came up for the Wii U first and now ported to the Nintendo Switch recently, she seems to gain a lot of relevancy. As for her possible moveset, she can make use of her blonde hair from smacking to grabbing, slamming opponents, and kinda like Rayman, flying. Also, she can make use of her bubblegum pop gun, possibly her animal friends like Rambi the Rhino, and maybe as a final smash, her guitar. With her well-requested high demand to be a part of this fighting game, she seems to complete the dynamic Kong family trio, including herself, Donkey Kong, and Diddy Kong. Furthermore, she was even considered to be a part of Brawl only as a partner to Diddy Kong, but she got removed and was just Diddy Kong alone. Personally, I don't see why they should not include her as a character, because she definitely deserves to be in it, and she'd definitely be a forefront for the female representatives for this game. Here we have is none other than Paper Mario. With not being a clone to his counterparts, Paper Mario could definitely be a new character of his own, dishing out some fresh new moves from his repertoire, ranging from his trusty hammer, possibly his partners, his paper transformation abilities, such as transforming into a paper airplane. Also, you could definitely incorporate his flip ability from Super Paper Mario, where he's able to go into another dimension. By rotating by 90 degrees clockwise horizontally, he'll be able to go into another dimension where you can't really see him. But however, you can't stay in that position for too long, or else you will deal a bunch of damage. And when he returns back to the stage, he'll hit you back with his hammer. In my personal opinion, I feel that the Paper Mario franchise should be represented more than just being a 3DS stage. Additionally, this franchise has become a Nintendo establishment for many years, having some mildly popular games ranging from Paper Mario 64 to Paper Mario Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario, and its least recognizable and recent games of Color Splash and Sticker Star. In the end, this reincarnation of Mario can certainly stand out to the other fighters, especially possible dream opponent Mr. Game & Watch, and can have a diverse moveset that can level out the playing field of Super Smash Bros. Here we have is the space pirate dragon villain himself, who has been a big arch rival to Samus Aran throughout the entire franchise of Metroid, Ridley. And I know you guys are gonna say, he is too big, he's gigantic, he won't be able to play right. Well, to be quite honest, I feel like the size argument shouldn't really matter, because look at Bowser, he's a gigantic beast throughout the entire Mario franchise. And I know there were some games that Bowser has had a normal size, where it looks like he could be a playable character of its own. But look at right here, the same reason could be applied here for Ridley. Because look at Super Metroid, his size could definitely be a playable character size. In my personal perspective, I personally see Ridley as maybe twice the size of Bowser. Maybe not too big to where he's able to cover up the entire stage, but to where he's able to jump on at least the size of a small platform. Heck, this might be a minor sample, but Ridley's size could definitely be portrayed from the Super Smash Bros. Melee intro, where Samus and Ridley were fighting. Ridley has an arsenal of skills, from the ability to fly at a reasonable pace, maybe to where he's able to hover and glide at a short bit of time, to not where it's broken of course, tail stabbing, being able to breathe fireballs at people, being able to blow wind with his wings, and maybe as a final smash, his transformation to Meta Ridley. In conclusion, I think that Ridley has a 50-50 chance to join in Super Smash Bros. And it's really based on Sakurai's decision, because from the previous game, it seems that Sakurai feels that Ridley is too big because of how the recent games play as him, because he's really too big in Metroid Other M. I reconsidered looking back at Ridley's appearances throughout the entire Metroid franchise, and I know that throughout most of them that he's huge, but I definitely see that there have been some games where he looks like he's able to be a playable character of its own throughout Super Smash Bros. And we need more villains, so bring on this villain right here. With Captain Falcon having a cult following within the Super Smash Bros. Community, despite F-Zero not having new titles, I personally feel that the F-Zero franchise should get representation, and why not add the arch rival of Captain Falcon, none other than the samurai himself, Samurai Goro. Just like his nemesis Captain Falcon, Samurai Goro has appeared throughout every F-Zero title there is, from the original F-Zero to F-Zero X, F-Zero GX, and of course has appeared as an assist trophy throughout Super Smash Bros., from Super Smash Bros. Brawl to Super Smash Bros. Wii U/3DS. As a bit of F-Zero knowledge, Samurai Goro and Captain Falcon were once cops together in the Internova police force, and then it comes apparent that Samurai Goro's vehicle, the Fire Stingray, happens to be stolen property, thus was found out by Captain Falcon himself, thus getting Samurai Goro fired from the police force, and has gone out to take revenge on Captain Falcon throughout the F-Zero franchise. With wielding a katana sword as a samurai, Samurai Goro has been shown to use a lot of slashing attacks while using the sword, and has been shown to be an athletic person, with being able to do multiple backflips as shown here. Overall, Samurai Goro's moveset could definitely be fresh and original to the players of Super Smash Bros., since Captain Falcon's moveset wasn't originally derived from the F-Zero games. But in the end, we need more villains, so I think that Samurai Goro would definitely bring a fresh new look for villains. In all honesty, I don't know too much about the Xenoblade Chronicles franchise, but I do feel that Rex and Pyler from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 definitely deserve to make it into Super Smash Bros. Switch. Ever since Shulk's appearance in Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS, and the popularity of the Xenoblade Chronicles franchise with the first Xenoblade Chronicles game and Xenoblade X along with the recent Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's very likely we could get another representative. From what I could gather, Rex wields a blade by the name of Aegis, which is within the traits of Pyra and Mithra. Pyra gives fire elemental powers to Rex, along with Mithra who gives light to Rex. Basically, Pyra or Mithra will be in the background of Rex, kinda like almost identical to the Pokemon training in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, but the one thing I could say that would be kind of a con to Rex and Pyra getting in is because with the previous game, the Ice Climber's technicality and the Pokemon trainer couldn't really function well within the Super Smash Bros. Game. So that I feel could be kind of the reason why Rex and Pyra may not get in, but then again, I feel like they will get in anyways because of how well popular they are and how well likely they are going to get into the game. So that's why I feel that Rex and Pyra definitely deserve to join in Super Smash Bros. Here we have is a considerable fan favorite within the 7th generation of Pokemon, kinda like the Situate, is none other than the eerie and dark creature known as Mimikyu. Mimikyu is a unique ghost and fairy Pokemon, with its eerie presence having both its disguised and busted forms. Plus, it has a grudge rivalry against the iconic Pikachu. Its moves consist of dark abilities, including Shadow Sneak, where shadowy hands appear to attack whoever disturbs its disguise. The ability Disguise, as stated from Pokemon Archives, is basically stating whoever sees underneath its true form, they'll be hit with a curse. If this dark eerie Pokemon were to join in Super Smash Bros., it'd probably fall in the same lineage as how Pichu joined Super Smash Bros. Melee, but with drastically different skills. In my personal opinion, I feel that Mimikyu's chances are 50-50, whether it become as its own character or as a Pokeball Pokemon. But overall, Mimikyu would definitely be a cool, unique character with its presence in Super Smash Bros. When it comes to mentioning film representation, the Earthbound/Mother series lacks that, so I personally feel that they should add none other than the Masked Man, aka Klaus. Although he is classified as the Masked Man, in reality, he is known as Klaus, who happens to be the brother of Lucas throughout Mother 3, who was actually captured by Pokemonge to be brainwashed and captured to become his right-hand man and servant to destroy Lucas and his friends. In regards to his moveset potential, he has a wide variety of moves, including electricity abilities from his sword, mechanical bat wings, a mounted arm cannon that shoots unique beams, has even the Pigmask army to have his back to serve him, maybe as a final smash, and can create mass amounts of lightning which can even be reflected with the help of the infamous Frequent badge. In conclusion, the Masked Man's chances are slim, considering how the franchise hasn't been relevant throughout the time, but it'd be a cool surprise to see. So, if they would add more villains, this would definitely be a special one to see. So you're telling me that Crash Bandicoot and this specific character didn't make it into PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale? Sony, you messed up. Here we have is the protagonist of his own franchise, known as Spyro the Dragon. Spyro made his debut in 1998 on the PlayStation 1, where he became a quick, popular face throughout 3D platforming games alongside companion Crash Bandicoot. A lot like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon has become a multi-platform success, no longer becoming a Sony exclusive, but has expanded into multiple consoles and titles, from the Game Boy Advance to Skylanders. Also, apparently, Spyro the Dragon is also getting his own remastered trilogy, titled Spyro Reunited Trilogy, which will come out to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and there has been news and leaks going on that it will come on to Nintendo Switch, and there has been rumors and speculation that Crash and Spyro will join the fray as well, but we're not sure if that's true or not, so let's hope that will eventually happen. As it relates to Spyro's moveset, I can imagine being at least a hybrid of Pikachu and Charizard. His attacks and abilities consist of being able to supercharge by ramming his head into opponents. Also, he has the ability to breathe different elements, whether it be just fire to ice, water, bubbles, electricity, and wind. I don't know how they would incorporate this, but Spyro can cast magic spells on people, or for himself to attack on his opponents wherever he needs to. And of course, he has the ability to fly from place to place while he's gliding. However, gliding was removed in Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo Wii U and 3DS, but I feel like they could fix it easily where it's not broken. Although Crash Bandicoot's chances are a lot higher compared to Spyro the Dragon, he'd be a cool addition to see in Super Smash Bros. With his unique short stature. When Final Fantasy VII's Cloud Strife made it into Super Smash Bros. As DLC, Everyone was stoked, including myself. I couldn't even believe it still, to this day. But I think around this time, I think another Square Enix character definitely deserves to join in Super Smash Bros. And I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts' own Sora. Throughout the years, it seems that the Kingdom Hearts franchise has become a well-recognizable and established video game series of all time. With the upcoming next installment of Kingdom Hearts 3 around the corner, Sora as a character could be really a big deal throughout Super Smash Bros. Because of how Cloud's major approval to join Super Smash Bros., Sora's chances may be a little more likely. But I think the only thing that could be standing in Sora's way as a character in Super Smash Bros. Is the fact that he's owned by Disney. Well, I found out something. According to HMK, a fellow YouTuber who has been clamoring to have Sora to join Super Smash Bros., and I have to agree with him. So, from what I've heard from him, he has spoke with either a Disney representative or a Square Enix representative, I can't remember exactly, but he has given details that the only way Sora could be included in Super Smash Bros. Is two things. It's either one of the owning brands that own Sora give the okay to use Sora in Super Smash Bros., and you would have to receive a invitation from Nintendo themselves saying, hey, we want Sora in Super Smash Bros. Also, Sora's moveset is unique enough to be part of Super Smash Bros. It's already laid out and planned out for him, like for his specials especially. Like the Strike Raid, where Sora throws his Keyblade kinda like a boomerang, but it's basically a toss at his opponent while it's slashing his opponents while it's rotating in a counterclockwise direction. And after that, it will like reappear in his hand easily. As for Sora's magic abilities, I would say make that his down special. I would say it would work similar to how Shulk's Monado arts work as a down special for his moveset. So, for his repertoire, it would have Fire, Blizzard, and Thunder. Once Sora has equipped that magic ability, you'll tap B, and Sora will execute that magic ability. As another cool special idea, I would say give Sora that ability where he's able to launch himself against an opponent, then once he's next to him, he can perform a combo attack. As for Sora's final smash potential, I would have gone with the Trinity limit, where he would be able to call Donald and Goofy to create a giant ball of energy, or I would have gone with this ability, where it's called the Final Form, where it will give Sora the ability to wield two Keyblades for telekinesis, and then his physical attacks will be much extremely quick and powerful with new finishers that deal high amounts of damage. Pretty much, Sora is practically a living weapon whenever he is in his final form. Overall, Sora would be a big hit in Super Smash Bros. And would be a big lasting impact throughout the Super Smash Bros. Community. So, what did you think of my Super Smash Bros. Newcomers that I've chosen for week 2? You guys enjoyed it? Be sure to comment down below what you think of it, and also be sure to comment down which characters that do you think should join Super Smash Bros. Switch. I am PhantasmWolvez, and I'm out guys. Have a great day, great night, wherever you guys are chilling and stuff like that. Peace.